Hey, this is Scott Photography Bonsai. In this video I did a big test with a Yongnuo 100mm f2 lens for Nikon cameras. So there was a firmware update. In my version it had 1.01 and the current one is 1.03. So I wanted to see if there were any good benefits and actual real improvements to the firmware update. So I did exposure tests. I also did a autofocus test, and you can check those out. I put all of the photos on my Flickr you can look at in detail. Otherwise, just watch this video and see everything acclimated together. Hope you find this interesting. Let's get started. This is without any firmware update at the moment. And I'll go through a few apertures and see for the D750 and the 600. Just an aperture priority here. Now I'll do the test on the D750 after firmware with the lens. First will be exposure f2. A focus test, so I'll switch between the two flashes and the Godox text. Take a few test photos at a few apertures. Let's do f2. We're on the D. You can see it struggled a little bit. Let's go to 2.8. Actually seemed a little better that time. Let's just go to 5.6. Now we'll do the focusing. 2.8. I think I did 5.6. Here's the Yongnuo D750 aperture priority live view mode. So take a photo, it looks fine. That's good. But if I go into regular, same photo, and it's that. It's a little odd. Here's the same test with the Nikon 50mm f1.8G lens. First live view, f2. Looks good. Go take a regular photo. Looks good. Come on. Help it out. So the info button, then it tracks, kind of. So here's the D600 setup. This is before the firmware update. I'll do the same thing. Exposure plus checking focus. Take the photo on the left of the Godox D. F2. Here's the D600 after the firmware update. I'll do the exposure test, see if that is any different, and then I'll do the focus test. F2. Focus test. Start with the right, F2. Go to 2.8. Now 5.6. Now we will do the focus test. F2 on the right. 2.8. I think I did 5.6. Here's the same test with the D600, just to make sure that it's the same as the D750. Here's the live view photo and the standard photo. Basically the same as my review. I think I measured 2/3 of a stop or something like that. Difference with a different lens and this Yongnuo for regular photos. So in live view, there's something that makes it work properly. I'm just going to take a few more sample photos. So I will switch to the 50 just to verify on the D600. Going to F2. $19, $20. It's actually more exposed for the 50mm Nikon in the regular photo than it is for the live view photo. So figure that out. But anyways, it is definitely different. And you expect the Nikon to be what should be standard. Let's just take a few more. D600 live view test. Definitely seems to work just fine. Switch to narrow. Yep. So let's go into also tracking. So yeah, definitely an improvement over the 1.01 firmware. First time trying out firmware updates with the Yongnuo lens. Hooked up with the USB cable. Took me a while to find a cable that actually fit properly in here. This came with the installer. Nope. Also the actual firmware 1.03 changelog. Oh, improved focus, other improvements. That's interesting. So it looks like I have to install this. Sure. So it pops up that, as well as the program itself. Before upgrade, please take the lens down. During the upgrade, don't disconnect. Don't close software. Upgrade fails. Please try again. Turn off camera. Open update software. Connect the lens. So I'm going to make sure. Oh, alright, so it's on DFU 1.01, so I'm going up 0.02 and up to 3, and start. Okay, that was easy enough. Disconnected. After looking at all of the results, I think autofocus is definitely improved, especially in live view. On my old version of firmware, live view was pretty much useless, but in this current version, it appears to be useful, so I'm glad that's a good improvement there. General autofocus, I do think it has improved a little bit at least, so that's a good thing. Now the exposure issue is not improved. I don't know at this point if it is a hardware thing. Hopefully in a future firmware that will be improved. Definitely the underexposing issue is still there with that 1.03 firmware. Anyways, hope you found this video interesting. Took quite a bit of time. Check the description for the Flickr link and all of that. Anyways, I'm Scott from Photography Bonsai. Thanks.